so quiet you can hear a crane drop. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, actress Valerie Bertinelli, musician Eddie Van Halen, and comedian Sandra Bernhardt. Also, a look at what's to come for next season, and viewer mail. And now, the only man with enough guts to tell the truth about the CBS late movie, David Letterman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. My name is David Letterman, and we have a good audience, a good show. What is it? It's Thursday night, isn't it, Paul?
Thursday night, David.
You know, now this is interesting, Paul. You being a musician, you'll enjoy this.
Okay.
A fact I was reading in the New York Times. You know, Menudo is at Madison Square Garden again. How many nights are they going to be there, Paul?
Do we know? Is anyone, Eddie, how many nights?
Five nights. I think they're going to be there 5 nights. Interesting fact about Menudo. You know, once the members reach a certain age, they go on to other things. 17% of all Menudo alumni have now, at one time or another, worked as a chauffeur for Liberace.
Wow.
It was in the Times. God. Steve Jordan looks like a waiter at an Indian restaurant, doesn't he? Could I have the mulligatawny, please, and the tandoori chicken? Yes, thank you very much. Do we have some more chutney over here, please? You know, it's getting very close to the 4th of July, so NBC has asked me to pass along this warning. Please, moms, dads, and kids, do not set off fireworks, legal or illegal, within 3 miles of Don King's hair. Oh, stop it. Who was hissing? Please, I've said this before, no hissing until after the first half hour. Okay, thank you. It's so demoralizing, a guy hissing. And look at the guy we had, too. Hi. Can we see? There, you just barely make him out. There he is, and that's him in the hat. That's it, okay. And speaking of time, ladies and gentlemen, you may not think this show is much at all, but boy, let me show you something. For 3.5 years, look at this ancient chronometer that we barely were able to tell time with right here. This one, look at that. I don't know, you figure it out. What time is it? Who can tell? Well, no longer, ladies and gentlemen. Look what was just installed. This baby right there. Yeah! We got some time now for you. 12:34:28. What's the weather, Paul?
Sunny but cloudy.
Our good friend, Mr. Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Well, David, big thrill for me tonight.
Oh, you know, I forgot. I completely forgot.
See that?
I'm
having
awfully
the time
sorry.
of my life.
I forgot.
And you forget.
That's right. Go ahead.
Can I introduce him?
Yeah, I forgot.
This is a cat who came in from L.A. to sit in with us tonight, and let me just say that everybody tries to sound like this guy on guitar. Nobody even comes close. Eddie Van Halen. So we're having a good time. We're having a good time over here tonight.
Eddie, nice to have you back. You were with us in California. Thanks for being here. You know what, Paul, we got to do? Oh, by the way, Paul will be hosting. He's the permanent host now of this show on NBC Radio, The Source.
Yeah, once a month.
Live from the Hard Rock, beginning Sunday night. Congratulations,
Sunday night,
Paul.
9 o'clock.
Yeah,
will be,
all right. And you can hear that where? On the radio? If you have a radio station in your home that
It carries the
town?
Source Network, I guess.
Yeah, you'll be on there. What time's it go on?
9 till 10:30, I think.
9 till 10:30?
Very, very hip rock and roll
90-minute
kind
show.
of thing, yeah.
All right. Ladies and
Oh, wait a
gentlemen,
minute.
Paul, you...
Wait, Bill Wendell is on it, too.
Oh,
He
Bill
says
Wendell is on
really,
it.
it's 8:30
8:30
to 10.
to 10.
Is that a 2.5-hour show?
That's an hour and a half show.
See, it always feels so long.
It is...
No.
It is radio, though,
Yeah, radio, 8:30 to 10, yeah.
and not a newspaper column.
No, sir. No, sir, it is.
Paul, now, there's something you'll appreciate. We're in show business. We're right in the thick of show business feuds here. So I'm gonna update them for you and let you know where we stand. And this will be the last time I'm going to mention it. But let's just clear the air here. First, we have two kinds of feuds. We have the inactive feuds. Let's cover those first. The first inactive feud we can talk about tonight. This one was with, I believe, Dustin Hoffman. I called him a weasel. We never heard back from Dustin Hoffman, so this one's in the inactive file. The second inactive feud, Mary Hart from Entertainment Tonight. I said she was too damn perky. We never heard from her. Okay. Those are the inactive feuds. Now, let's go to the active feuds, ladies and gentlemen. The most recent, or the next to the most recent feud, this is the Terry Forster debacle. Pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. I called Terry enormous. I called him a silo. And I called him a fat tub of goo. All right, now, then Terry called me. Here's what Terry called me. He called me, here we go, a jackass and Johnny Carson's janitor. That's right. Now, Terry still owes us one, and then we'll update that one. Now, the most recent active feud going on is the David Hartman Good Morning America softball feud. First of all, I called Good Morning America, I called those people weenies. Then David Hartman called me a wimp, and then I called David Hartman a gutless weenie. And then what happened? What was next? After that, for some reason, Peter Jennings decided to get in on this. None of his business. He called John Chancellor a four-eyed pinhead. So to add my 2 cents here, I would just like tonight mention that I think that Ted Koppel looks like Howdy Doody. So there, that's the update on the feud. Getting uglier by the minute. All right, let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday night. This is the night we choose to answer our voluminous viewer mail. Let's get right to it. Letter number 1 begins, Dear Dave, last night I dreamt I went to a clam bake with nothing on but my underwear. What does this mean? Thanks, Don Dobell, Iowa State University. Don, it means you'd like to be Madonna. Okay. Letter number 2. Howdy, Dave. The other night, my roommate and I were having dinner at Quincy's, a local steakhouse. A couple of guys at the table next to us asked if we were having the clam chowder. Is this a new pickup line or what, Dave? If anyone can help us out here, I know you can. Your number 1 fan in Florida, Christine Clancy, Orlando, Florida. That's interesting, Christine. We did do some investigating into this, and we discovered that, yes, the clam chowder line is a very popular new pickup line. In fact, here are the 5 most popular pickup lines for the week of June 23rd through the 29th. Let's take a look at them here. Of course, the first one is, I sure like hospital food. My, what fleshy earlobes. There it is. 3, having the clam chowder. 4, hey, how about that Rambo? And 5, I've got a bag full of weenies and a David Hartman mask. Letter number 3. Dear Dave, the Rolling Stone article made no mention of Paul, except he was in the group photo. Paul makes a valuable contribution to each show. Why was he left out of the article? Jealous, Dave? Sincerely, Elizabeth Converse, Buffalo, New York. Paul, this is a very good question. I wasn't aware that you'd been left out of the article. I know they wanted to talk to you, the reporter who did the piece. Now, why wouldn't you talk to her?
Well, it's just that I have been burned by those cutthroat journalists too many times in the past. I don't want to sound like I'm bitter about this, but I just happen to have some of the magazines that have done a job on me in the past. Look at this, Scientific American, Paul Schaefer, the world's stupidest man. What kind of a thing? Cosmopolitan, stay away from that horrible Paul. And look at this, People magazine, my Bible. Paul Schaefer, boy, what an awful guy. So can you blame me for not wanting to...
I can't blame you. I really can't blame you.
I'm not doing any more press.
Paul. I can't blame you. Oh, Oh, stop it. Stop it. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, it's 12:40:41. Which letter is it, Hal? Number 4? 4?
Letter number 4.
Thank you very much. Our next letter comes to us from Joshua Calder of Austin, Texas. It begins, Dear Dave, almost every time I watch your show, there's a small blonde woman standing by the door to the hallway.
Joshua, this is just one more good reason why you should keep your doors locked. All right, do me a favor, check. Is she still there now?
Yeah, she's still there, Dave.
Okay, here's what you do. Don't panic, but don't make any fast moves. Get up very slowly now and leave your apartment by another exit. This woman is armed and dangerous. Okay, Candy, clean him out. Don't forget that valuable painting. Atta girl. The lamp? Okay.
12:41:38. Stop it, stop it, and bring me some more bread. Letter number 5. Dear Dave, I've noticed that whenever Paul, Mr. Melman, or someone on the show makes a better joke than yourself, a look of bitter hatred and envy crosses your face momentarily. Please, Dave, if you're having problems, get professional help. Your concerned fan, Bob Shell. Now, Paul, this is not true, is it? Is this true?
Well, sometimes it's true.
Really?
Well, just, yeah, sometimes it's true. Just take a look at this clip from yesterday's show.
Okay.
And you may see.
What did you say, Paul?
Well, I just said if you can't stand the heat, get out of the subway turnstile.
Steve, could I have some more vegetable jalfrezi, please? Letter number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, because we're going away for a while, we've decided to add a bonus letter to tonight's viewer mail. At absolutely no cost to you, the home viewer. Here it is. Letter number 6. Dear Dave, is it true that you were once a professional boxer, Jay Renfro, Lake Charles, Louisiana? No, Jay, I wasn't. We have a wonderful show for you tonight. Valerie Bertinelli will be here. Eddie Van Halen is sitting in with the band.
Whoa. Wait a minute. That's it?
Yeah. The guy had a question, and I gave him the answer, and that's it.
That's the response? No, I wasn't? What kind of viewer mail response is that? It's like, it's not even funny.
Well, I think we've proven that they don't necessarily have to be funny. Well, he just asked me the question, and that's it. That's all.
No, but I mean,
no.
on viewer mail, you know, we have come to expect a certain kind of response.
Look, let me tell you something. I don't care about people's expectations. Why doesn't somebody care about what I want to see on this show? Huh?
Fair enough. What would you like to see on the show right now?
Ooh, you know our little friend Larry Bud Melman, Puffy. We call him Puffy.
Puffy,
Yeah.
sure. Larry Bud,
Yeah,
Puffy, yeah.
Puffy. It's a term of affection.
Larry Puffy Bud Melman,
Yeah,
is that?
Larry Bud Puffy
Puffy
Melman.
Melman.
Yeah. I'd like to see him play. I know he's quite a trumpeter. I'd love to see him play the trumpet.
Larry Bud Melman playing
I'd like to see some.
All you had to do was ask. Hal?
Here comes
We have a wonderful program. Valerie Bertinelli is here, Sandra Bernhardt, and Eddie Van Halen. program. We have a wonderful show, and Eddie Van Halen will be playing an entire song with the rest of the band later, right, Paul? Yes. What are you going to be playing?
We're going to do Panama, a little tune of Mr. Yeah,
And Paul, am I going to sing or?
well,
Paul?
I'm into kickboxing now, and I'm.
My first guest tonight was one of the stars of a very successful television series called One Day at a Time. She is also married to one of the gentlemen in our band tonight. She will soon be seen in a movie on this network. It's called Silent Witness. It's now 12:48:40. Please welcome Valerie Bertinelli. You look great.
Thank you, so
Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks.
You want to talk about this? I was just leafing through this magazine.
Uh-huh.
This is kind of embarrassing, isn't it? But on the other hand, it should be flattering, I think. Don't you think so?
Well, I'm seeing who really runs the magazine.
All right, well, let's tell the folks what it is. I guess this is the newest issue of Penthouse magazine, July. That would be the new one. You're listed as one of the 10 sexiest stars, I guess, in America. There's some pretty good folks here.
Yeah, right between Pia Zadora and Sophia Loren.
You don't think that's a good place to be?
Hey, who am I to say?
Victoria
No, I mean,
Principal?
come on. I mean, how can you really take this, though? I mean, Bob Guccione? I mean, who wants to be one of his 10 sexiest women?
Oh, so you don't, yeah, well, I see that's, yeah. So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
What? Would you? I mean, come on. Ugh.
Yeah. You seem a little tense tonight.
Well, my husband's over there.
And you're nervous of talking about this in front
Well,
of your
no. He calls me number 9 now.
Well, I see. Well,
Never
that's
mind.
good. Now, you mentioned Eddie is here, of course, and you're here. And then now there's another little bit of intrigue with you and a member of the band tonight.
Well, Paul, shall we talk about it?
This isn't really the way
Paul
to
and I
keep it.
dated when I was 16.
Folks, you're not getting paid for any of this, okay? Now, you and Paul went out. You had dates when you were 16?
Yeah, we had 2 of them, and then he dropped me like that. Broke my heart.
How old was...
There's no way to keep a band together, Valerie. It's hard enough.
Now, how old were you, Paul? What was the circumstance?
Well, I was a little older than Miss Bertinelli at the time. But let me say that we were just good friends at the time.
Now, you were doing a television show at the time, Paul?
That's right. We were working on the same lot, and you know how people sort of chum around when they're...
You broke my heart. What are we talking about here? Your girlfriend called me. He never called me back.
No.
He took me to a movie. We went out on New Year's Eve. Your girlfriend called. I never heard from you again.
I can't believe you're saying this.
Now, you were
It was
living...
a long time ago, and how
It was
things
9
work.
years ago.
Now you're married to a fabulous guy. What do you-
Now, you were living at home at the time?
I was living with my parents.
Now, Paul shows up on the front door?
I really don't remember. How did we first go out?
Well,
Did
I
you
drove
meet
out-
Valerie's parents?
Yes, I did. I'd drive out to Reseda,
I forgot about that.
and I would meet Mr. and Mrs. Bertinelli, yeah.
And then what did they think of all of this?
They were very, very nice to me.
Uh-huh. And what did they think of you?
And they thought I was a lovely young boy, 27 years old.
Yeah, 27-year-old boy.
Yeah. But Miss Bertinelli and I were just good friends.
Yeah, we had a good time, didn't we, Paul?
Just good friends. And now, back then you were what, number 2, number 3? Had to say something.
All right, well, let's move on to other things.
Can we?
Well,
We already talked about that. Mm-hmm. Oh, you pick.
I'll tell you what, you study this over. In fact, you want to go back to the dressing room and look this over and come back later?
No, that's okay. I'll stay here for a little
Okay,
longer.
we'll be right back, folks, once we've selected a topic here from the sheet. Don't worry. Welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. We have Valerie Bertinelli here, also Sandra Bernhardt, and of course Eddie Van Halen with our band. How old were you when you started acting? Very young, I guess.
Very young, yeah.
What was the
So,
first job you had? 11.
Yeah. I did a JCPenney's commercial because I fit into the dress, actually, is the reason I got the job.
Did you have lines?
No. I had to eat a chocolate bunny, and I remember the director being very angry with me because I couldn't eat the bunny correctly. It's very upsetting when you're 11 years old.
I would think so.
Yeah.
And from that, what was your first theatrical part?
Well, first theatrical, well, I did Chomps, but let's not talk about that.
Chomps?
Yeah. If you have you have cable or something out here, I mean, it's the thing about the dog, this electronical dog that goes around fighting people.
Chomps? An electronic
Chomps.
dog? And
Yeah,
what part?
Canine Home Protection Service, actually, is the...
Oh, I see. Acronym.
Yeah.
And what did you what part did you play in Chomps?
I was the girlfriend of the inventor.
Wow, I've not seen the show. Has anyone seen this program?
Well, I was 17.
Is it still on the
That's
air?
really a poor taste.
Well, now,
sorry.
is it still on the air, the show?
No,
it's
that on cable every so often. But One Day at a Time was really the first big break.
Yeah, and how old were you when you got that?
I was 15.
And how long was the show on the air?
9 years.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're probably glad that Pat Harrington is now out of your life, aren't you? It's a joke. It's only a joke. We're just joking here.
I know. I like
Yeah,
your joke.
Yeah, and now what's it? Now you're a little nervous here because you mentioned your husband is here. Do you
Yeah.
travel with him a lot when he works?
Well, yeah, when he used to go on the road. Honey.
He's spellbound by the conversation. Over there doing one of these.
No, I used to go out with him.
Now,
Yeah.
what is that like being, I mean, here's a man who's probably sought after by virtually every female who shows up at the program. Is that difficult to deal with?
Well, yeah, it was in the beginning. Now it's just, I slap him out of the way or whatever. No, in the beginning, it was very strange because, like, we would be walking out of the forum or wherever after he had played, and he would have his arm around me, and girls would come up and start pinching his butt and, saying, Eddie, kiss me, kiss me. He's got his arm around me. I'm going, excuse me, but I'm here. Hello?
And so
It's
they
very
pinch
strange.
your butt and kiss you. But it's now doesn't that drive you nuts these days?
Well, he doesn't go out on the road anymore.
And do you worry? Now, there are things written about you, too, in certain publications. Does that bother you? Would make me crazy.
Yeah, all these things that you're bringing up, really used to bother me immensely. And now it's like, well, we've been together now 5 years, and I've gotten used to him and his world. And he's gotten used to me and my world, so it's really not that bad anymore. But all those things really used to bother me.
But if you see something in a newspaper, even though you probably don't believe it, but when you see it in print, it must be a real jolt, huh?
Well, yeah. A couple years ago, I saw an article about he was having an affair with an elevator operator named Patty. Wondering about that one. Those little things like that, and how I'm keeping him in the marriage because I'm buying him expensive gifts.
Yeah, that's really difficult, isn't it? It's really...
Yeah, it takes a lot out of your wallet,
No, but
Sorry.
No, but you know what I mean. It's difficult to be married, let alone have things like that.
Well,
written about.
it's difficult being married, let alone having people judge you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you should find out. It's nice being married, though. You want to get married, don't you?
Well, sure. Of course I want to get married. I think
you'd make a very nice husband, as a
I'm
matter
sure I
of
would.
fact.
I'm sure I would. Sure I would. Well, it's 12:59:23, and we have to move along. All right, the film on this network is called Silent Witness. We'll be seeing it soon?
Probably the first couple weeks in October.
Okay, great. Nice to meet
Thank
you,
you,
Valerie.
David.
Thank you very much for being here. We'll be right back. Thank you very much. much, folks. We have still half of a wonderful show, or the second half of a wonderful show, and that'll be Sandra Bernhardt, who has a new album out, by the way, and also more music from Eddie Van Halen and our band. Now, Monday, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this will be Tom Jones and Bobby Kosser. This is a repeat, so you're not required to watch this one. We can't force you to watch this show. This will be a repeat. We're going on a vacation for a while. The week after that will be brand new shows. I don't care what you watch Monday night, but don't watch that damn CBS late movie. Please. It stinks. It's no movie. If CBS cared about you, there'd be live programming on every night, but they don't care about you. Where are we? Speaking of television programming, ladies and gentlemen, summer will be over before you know it, and that, of course, means TV's new fall season is right around the corner. Well, we're going to be ready for it with this brand new logo right here. Here's our new late night logo, and, of course, our new slogan, which is Watch It, Pal. And you're also going to be seeing plenty of slick promotional commercials like this one. We hope you'll enjoy it.
Hey, late night, it's a great night. Prop open your eyes and try us for size. Tune in and you'll begin to feel like a creep for needing to sleep. We've got all your favorite stars and some that you can't stand. So the least that you can do is help us give ourselves a hand. Yeah! Watch it, pal. Watch it, pal. Watch it, pal.
Clowns in a heat chamber.
Watch it, pal.
This is groceries. A month? No, only a week's worth. Wait till you see this. This is my fuel oil bill.
Late night, hey, it's all right. How bad can it be when you see it for free? Wake up and we'll make up an hour of stuff. That's more than enough. If you're feeling sad and blue and it seems your trouble never ends, you can always watch our show. You know it's easier than making friends. Watch it, pal. 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 Watch it, pal.
Little programming retreat, a couple of weeks up in the hills, we'll be fine. Let's see, what are we doing? All right, we're going to do a commercial, and then when we come back, Sandra Bernhardt will be here, and then more music with Eddie Van Halen. Come on back. Yes, sir. My next guest is a wonderful comedian. Sir, my next guest has been called one of the most innovative musicians working today. He is the leader of a band bearing his name, and it's a pleasure to welcome him back once again with our band tonight. Here he is, Paul Shaffer, Sid McGuinness, Steve Jordan, Neil Jason, and Eddie Van Halen. Gentlemen.
Hotel accommodations for most guests of Late Night with David Letterman were furnished by Berkshire Place, an Omni Classic Hotel.